You know, why do movies like this exist? That's the question I ask myself every time I see Batman and Robin on TV. Why does this movie exist? This is the most terrible movie in the face of the planet. I mean, there are really bad movies. This one takes the cake. Let's start. This movie's way overhyped. It was overhyped back in the day. Everybody was coming off the hype of Batman Forever, and they're like, oh, another Batman movie. I have to go see it. What they got was ice puns, and Batman and Robin fighting for stupid reasons, and bat nipples and ass shots, and the Bat credit card. Like, who the fuck? Whose bright idea was it to put a Bat credit card in there? What, the Batman see a Wonder Woman doll in like a store and goes like, oh my gosh, I totally must have it. I must go buy it with my card. Just because Batman's rich doesn't mean he has to go flaunt it, you know. Anyways, plot line for this movie. Basically, Batman and Robin are trying to stop Mr. Freeze from, what else? Freezing Gotham. And also boring the entire audience with his stupid ice puns. However, their plans are somewhat detoured when two things happen. Alfred is dying, and and Poison Ivy and Bane somehow gets into the mix of it. Or rather, Bane is really, really not in it. To put it simply, Bane isn't really Bane. He's kind of like there to act like an enforcer to Poison Ivy. And Poison Ivy doesn't really do a lot of damage. All she does is put people underneath that stupid pheromone spell of hers. I mean, sure. It's kind of funny to see Batman and Robin fighting over a supervillain. But it's really dumb when they take it way too far. I.e., these two, Batman and Robin, have already been arguing for like a little while now in the movie. And really, Crystal Donald, who plays Robin, all I can ever just think of whenever I see it is just, he just whines a lot during this movie. I want my own car. I want my own signal. I want my own life. Shut up. That's all you ever do in this movie. Whine, bitch, and complain. Why did we have this guy cast again? Wasn't Robin supposed to be a kid? There was like some weird issue going on, man. Robin is supposed to be a kid, and he's a grown-ass man complaining. There's a fucking signal in the sky. What the fuck is that about? This is Joel Schumacher's second Batman movie. And it shows, and it's really terrible. If it wasn't the ice puns that killed you, if it wasn't the fact of the acting, then it has to be the stupid costume designs. Bat nipples, and really, really tight spandex that allow us to, tell us that, hey, Batman, Robin, Batgirl have an ass. Good, I don't see what's the importance of showing us that when they are suiting up. Sure, I mean, mask, cowl, boots, ass. Like their ass is going to play an important role in this movie. Mr. Freeze. One of the few villains I want to talk about right now. Played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is not one of Arnie's best movies. This is not one of Arnie's best roles. He tried to keep close to the character of Mr. Freeze, with the whole white thing. But then he just took it overboard and go, oh, I'll have my minions sing I'm Mr. White Christmas and make really, really stupid ice puns. And if it didn't help anymore, Poison Ivy's only there to serve as eye candy, and the only reason to get the two fighting. Alicia Silverstone, who plays Batgirl, is not Barbara Gordon. That's right, Commissioner Gordon never makes an appearance in this movie. That's the whole point of Batman sometimes. He has to go meet with Commissioner Gordon and be like, what's the deal, Gordon? Like, what's going on? There's nothing. No Gordon. It's basically focusing on the villain's plotline the main plot, and then there's the Alfred plot line, which of course gets resolved by a Deus Ex Machina, which really was kind of strange. Mm. And I mean, really strange. I don't even think Mr. Freeze even had like minions. He did things solo. Like the guy was like he can do it himself. And what was with the big bulky suit on him? The bulky suit should not be there. Well, granted, it should be, but really powered by diamonds? I don't know. I didn't like the design of the look. It's like I really wish he had like those red goggles. Maybe it would have made him more Mr. Freeze like, but I don't see it. Poison Ivy, uh, I mean, she was trying to play up the sexy villainess, but she looked. I mean, look at her. She's so ugly. Well, like, granted, the makeup design and stuff looks pretty bad on her. I mean, Bane? This movie. I have to let you know right now, this movie actually killed Bane as a legitimate Batman supervillain. Yes, the guy that broke the bat is not considered a legit supervillain thanks to this movie. Well, granted, it was thanks to The Dark Knight Rises and the collection of the Nightfall series and some animated movies really brought Bane's credibility as a supervillain back up. I mean, come on. I was really expecting like Bane to really do some serious damage. All he did was hit Batman a few times, hit Robin a few times. Oh, final fight, Robin jumps on his back, pulls the tubes. Oh, he's done. And then Mr. Freeze takes his anger out on Gotham instead of Poison Ivy. That was dumb. I mean, Mr. Freeze was all like, oh, I should have killed her instead of trying to deal with the city. Because, let's face it, Poison Ivy just flat out murdered my wife. Even though she was practically already dead. Or not really, she was kind of in cryogenic stasis. And then she was killed. Her tubes get unplugged. And that's what really made it bad. I really wish that Mr. Freeze turned on Ivy and went like, oh, so you killed my wife, huh? Well, I'm gonna put you in like deep ice and I'm gonna show you, let's see how you feel. And really, Poison Ivy never should carry knives. Poison Ivy never carried a knife, period. The only reason Poison Ivy was there so they can get Batgirl in so Batgirl can fight her. I mean, Batman has taken out Poison Ivy without having to lay a hand on her. And I mean, come on. The more dumb I think about this movie, the worse it is. This movie, I don't get it. It was so overhyped. Everybody thought it was going to do so well. And then, it was completely shitty. Nobody ever wants to see that movie again. If you actually ever have to see this movie again, you're being tortured. You're probably somewhere right now, you're being tortured either watching this movie or watching a 50-hour marathon of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Speaking of the Kardashians, I'm done with those assholes. Assholes? No. I'm sorry. That was Joel Schumacher's anger driving me. Anyways, Joel Schumacher, stay away from Batman. Just stay away. I really wish Burton really had stayed on board and did like some more Batman movies. To me, Burton did it well back in the day. You can tell his style was all over it. You mean you got like dudes dressed up as skeletons, you got the art style of dark and gritty Gotham City. Batman actually got himself hurt. I mean, it was like Burton movies was amazing. And thus, with Batman and Robin came the end of all Batman live action movies for the time being. That is until one guy decided, if you need something done right, you gotta do it yourself. And that man was Christopher Nolan. Nolan single-handedly saved Batman from the whole live action hell, and also brought Bane's credibility back up as a supervillain. Granted, yes, he may not look like the Bane everybody knows and loves, but it helps. So what do I finally think of this movie? It's shit. It is horrible. Why do you have to see this movie? Why was this movie ever created? It could have been better. It actually could have been better. Better directing, better quality, better everything. This movie really needed an upgrade. And I was hoping that Nolan would actually add Robin. But for people who don't know, Christian Bale, who probably did see this movie and realized how horrible it sucked, said, if you were going to add Robin, Nolan, I'm out as Batman. So you know what? Nolan did the right thing. Screw Robin. No Robin for The Dark Knight Rises. Instead, we have Bane and Talia al Ghul. But that makes it perfectly natural. I'm reaching the end here for this review. So, final analysis, this movie is a -1 out of 10. It is so bad that it deserves a negative spot on my list. So, that's it. Batman and Robin. Shitman and the Bird is turd. The movie where everybody whines and Alfred was dying, but Alfred is saved by a Deus Ex Machina. But seriously, isn't Chris O'Donnell like doing another movie now? I wonder. Is he doing this the entire movie? I want this. I want that. I want my own car. I want my own signal. You see that? That's the Robin signal. I'm needed, not you. It's gonna be Robin and Batman now. Shut up. Nobody likes you. Thank you, Knight Rider 7602. Good night.